Hello everyone, it's Gwethelm from Gwethelm's Games, and today I'm going to be running the Fortress, but I just thought, I'm here in Estelden, and I just thought I would pick up the precursor, the gateway quest, or at least the initial gateway quest for
Stay a moment.
the reputation item for North Downs. So I just picked that one up. Okay, then at some point I'll go and talk to Mincham. But okay, so I'm going to run the Fortress. So you need to do this one to get access to the War Master's Lashes. Okay, Fortress. Now the Fortress is a 6-player level, fixed level 32 instance.
Garth Agarwen, the ruins of an ancient fortress of Ruda, now overrun by corrupted nature and a vile necromantic power out of Angmar. The most terrible power still remains to be confronted.
Okay, so I've got the blue line. I'll be running predominantly blue line. The creatures here, because I'm only running at 4 levels above my character level, so I'm going to get 40 of these, and there's a fair number of them. Now I did have this set to the single player version, but I'm going to actually change that to the multiplayer version. You can see how slow this is actually running it on blue line, but what I'm actually going to look to do is change it up, see if I can run these 40 at... Okay, so if I can run these 40 on the yellow line version, which does a lot more damage. Let's go and see if I can pick some up this way. There's 4 of them. If I can do that, then that's great. Round them up. Do a bit more damage. Probably have to do a little bit of healing. That's a little bit faster. Okay, so it's also possible to do that with the on yellow line, but 40 of them is a lot. I'll actually go and... So I've got a couple of places that I need to go to. I could round all of these up, but I'm not actually going to, because I don't really need to show you doing 40 of these. I mean, it's nice to pick them up, but there's no Slayer deeds for them. Okay, but I will go back to blue line. It's a little bit slower, but it's going to be more reliable. The bosses are going to need to be done in blue line. The whites are going to be a bit of a pain if I don't do them in blue line, because I need a bit of damage reduction. These are elites, not just signatures, they're actually elites. Now there is, if you... Okay, so there are wandering whites. It's a nice place to pick up the epic, pick up the Slayer deeds for whites. I'm actually going to go past, see if I can get past these. Yep, good. Because what I actually do want to do is the challenge for Dunlang. So that's down here. The challenge is actually quite difficult. especially if you don't know what the actual precursor quest is. So I'll just run down here, because it is worth good. It is worth good reputation. These objectives, they have increased reputation with the Egglane, which is the Lone Land's reputation, and they're actually pretty. It's actually pretty difficult to get those. So something that gives it the extra challenges in these three is definitely worth it. Okay, I've got more to do. Maybe I should go back to yellow line just temporarily. Work my way through it just a little bit faster. As I said, if I was running this on level 37, I probably wouldn't have to be going blue line, but because I can actually do this, on level 36, I'm actually going to push through it. Yeah, you can see just how much faster the yellow line is. Now I have the option of dropping down here, and then I'll have to push my way back up. Now you can see the Egglane in here. This challenge for Dunlang is actually down here, so I need to drop into this area. There is a different way out, but I'll actually just drop into this area to get the challenge started. You can see that they're yellow at this point, the ones inside. So none of these ones outside are the ones that you can't take out. The ones inside are the ones you can't take out. Okay, that's 20. Okay, now I definitely have to change back to blue line for this. I definitely need to wait for all of those things to come back up. I have to change back to the single target. Now, you can see there's archers and warriors and tail weavers. They're all in there. Now, what you have to do is you have to take on Dunlang. You have to trip the dialogue to go, and you have to wait until Dunlang is actually targetable. So it's going to take a while. Let's see if I can do some damage reduction. And he is going to keep going. Can't attack anything until he's ready. Go for a heal. And then when the only thing I can target is him. Go for some improved healing over time. Still have to wait for him. Wound removal. I may have to do a die and need at some point. Come on. Okay. Die and need is actually needed. Okay, now I can take him out. The hard part was waiting for him. Because as soon as you take him out, they stop. They go away. Okay, so that's done. That's the challenge. Now I can get out of here. Now you can actually get back up again. You will take on a few extra creatures. I'll wait for my health to get right up before I actually do it. think I'll have a couple more here. Here we go. Okay, I'll change back to yellow line, because I want to do this reasonably quickly. Okay, so, but that's the hardest of the challenges in this Garth Agarwen series. There's 23. I'm probably going to get the full set as it is without actually having to, without intending to pick anything else up. If you leave the instance at the beginning and come back in again, you can actually change what your optional objectives are, which is actually one of the reasons why I'm not leaving right now, because I actually want to pick up those extra 15. Okay, so I think I can head back out again now. I think I'm free to run. This is back where I was. I have another 15 of those to pick up, and I'll pick those up on the way. There come those 3. Okay, I definitely need to go back to blue line for those. And let's have some fun. Go back to the multi-target. Now there's going to be 2 bosses coming up, so that's why I got rid of these rather than trying to dodge them again. You've got to get out of that before it gives you a disease. Okay, so these first 2 are relatively difficult, but Aura of Brotherhood. Combine their strength to devastating attack when close. So I want to keep them separate. So one's an archer. So I'll keep the archer separate, if possible. Oh, I got stunned. That'd be right. Nice way to start. Okay, got one archering. That's good. Okay, let's see if I can get this out. That'd be right there now. Come on. Okay, they're in close together. That's not what I want. Oh, can I block that? Good, yes. As I said, a little bit harder because I'm only 4 levels. It's a 6-player instance and I'm running it only 4 levels over. And there should be one of them down. Okay, let's go for the other. Okay. Looks like we're going to get this. That's good. So one of the reasons you'll run this is because there's some nice gear drops relatively for its level. Can't intercept that. Might need a die need, I think. Okay, so we'll get through this. That's good. Okay, so there is a chest. So let's have a look. So there are things dropping, like a nice heavy armour, which I've actually picked up before. Fighter's Ward, which negates 75% chance to negate 5 damage. That's one of the nice things in this instance. Nice drops. I've got a sword which is exactly the same as the one that I had before. So that's also dropped from this instance. Now let's go back and we'll take a couple more of these out. As you can see, I'm flipping between these two trait trees, mainly because of how easy these are compared to the bosses. It's 26. It's 28. I'll actually just pick the rest of these up. If I leave the instance and come back in again, it will reset these, so I have to actually take them out in this go. It's 30. Yep, there's a few in here. And it's a nice experience for this character. $33. Pick this one up, take it to the others. That'd be right, they're going to sit there and archer me. This will be 36. I do want to get them. Yep, there's nothing up there. So another 4 to go, and there's no more of them further on, so I am actually going to have to go back a little bit and pick a few up. But I'd like to do the deed. I'll get out of here. One, got 3 more to pick up, and they'll be down here. Here we go, that'll do. That's it. Okay, so we're down to the last thing we've got to do is run away from him. I didn't think I'd be able to get that. I don't want to take him on because he's right next to 2 creatures that I don't want to attack. Let's bring him in. A little bit messy, but Let's bring him to me. There he is. Now, one of the other optional quests is actually taking out those wraiths. And to do that, you would be taking out all the ones that pop up in here. Here they are, the whites. So it's a nice place to pick up the Wraith Slayer deed, in actual fact. I'm going to try and miss a fair number of these, so I don't actually need them, but I will, if I can, pick up the elite, the boss. Probably should not have done that in yellow line, but we'll see how we go. At least I'm not picking anything else up. Okay, so that elite is gone. Now I need to go up the stairs, so I will need to take these out, but it is time to go back to blue line. Now, there are 2 more bosses left in this instance, in the fortress. Maybe right, I would have to pick up another one. There are a few wandering whites around. Don't want that third one, so I'll move up here. Give myself a bit of cover so that I don't have to, so I can actually pull the white all the way up. Find the next lot of stairs, pull the white to me. There it is. Okay, so I can deal with it now and not have to worry about the other one. So yeah, 2 more bosses left. Now there is the challenge here for cleansing the red maid. I'm actually going to try and do the challenge, which basically means only attacking the red maid. And I'll get to that when it's there, when we're up to it. That'd be right, we'd go that way. And of course, this is the free-to-play champion, so I haven't spent LOTRO points on this. I did get the horse from by spending 10 LOTRO points, but that was given to me, given to the character account, so that you could practice using the store, and that was in Moss Ward. But other than that, I have not used any LOTRO points, so I'm probably going to run out of bag space. But that's okay. I don't mind running out of bag space because I'm just going to be selling everything that I don't actually put on. And because I'm running instances rather than questing much, I'm only questing the gateway quests basically. Okay, so let's see if I can pull this one up and in here so that I can get that dialogue going. Okay, so yep, so that's now going. Oh, actually you can read that there while I'm busy doing this one. So this is an old white, been there forever, and yep, describing what's going on. The Kreoth leader. Etched her name upon this mithril, and by the time you actually get to play this, the mithril has faded. So there is a key which you need to open the gate. And the mithril fades, but the gate doesn't. That's okay. And there are shades here to. Yeah. Shall not pass to visit the maiden. Denison is from the Lone Lands. You'll see Denison before, and they get kicked out. And yes, so let us see how we go. Okay, so you can't avoid that, but that's okay. Oops, I shouldn't have done that one. It's always interesting to see a directional attack, channeled attack that takes time. You move around and the character still follows you. Get rid of that. Now he's going to drop some extra stuff. Some ads at some point, but it looks like he looks like he goes, but he doesn't, and it is a little bit confusing. So he's been defeated. So he's got a whole lot of creeping muck crawlers, and you have to take those out. But the problem ends up being that he doesn't actually get rid of him. He comes back as a consequence of the muck crawlers going. So it is confusing, but the battle has not been finished. Now what's this? No, probably not as good. Okay, now we got both. Having defeated one of them, we now have to defeat both of them. Don't have a lot of AoE for this character. I've got a directional AoE from the barrier wall, but that's pretty much it. I've got the Horn of Gondor. And I've got the Horn of Champions. So they're the only AoEs that I've got. For blue line, that is. So I've got to keep them forward, them up, just to make sure I pick them up. Okay, more muck crawlers, keep them forward. Horn of Gondor's an AOS 360 radius, so that's okay. And there we have it. Okay, so there he's now gone. Now we've got the red maid to go. So the red maid's in there. I have to pick up this chest. Now I've got a whole lot of rubbish in here, but I do have a hope token, which I have picked up from a daily reward. Okay, now I've got to carry the chest in. See the disciples around there? The challenge is to allow them to recharge Naruel. And I go back to the single target ones because I don't want to attack any of the others, so I can get the challenge. So I've got Watery Prison, which is now gone. I can't use the AoE. Okay, so she now starts drawing in disciples. I have to make sure I do not hit them. Every time she does, she gets a little bit stronger and she gets her morale back. I've got to keep the bubble up, and I've got to keep this going for all of the... There they go. Keep the damage reduction going. So she's back to full health, and she has a little bit more increased defense as a consequence of... Let's see if we've got another one going yet. There we go, we've got another one going now. Where are you? Keep that defense up. Here she goes, pulling another 2. Not much I can do about it. Okay, a bit more fighting. So, and this is the red maid. And extra defense now, and a bit more extra damage. So it's going to be just that little bit harder to actually take her out. She still has 2 more disciples to go through. As I said, I would normally be running these 5 levels, but was able to do this at at 4 levels over. Not much I can do about that. I'm just going to wait for the last of the disciples to go. Then I can throw everything at it. Keep the damage reduction going, keep the bubble going. Here go the last 2. And now she's going to get an extra ability. Okay, so let's now have some extras. Immune to concerted effort. Greater fortitude and resistance. Yeah, that'll be right. But I can throw everything at it now. And come back with this one. And I can come back with this one. But it is going to be harder. I'll use a potion, a pot, just purely and simply because I think I probably will need it. Do I need? It's not necessary yet. Bracing attack was necessary. Keep that damage reduction going. Oh. Damage reduction, all of my damage reduction needed now. Keep that. Okay, it looks like we're going to get this. Get that extra damage, extra healing over time, as well as the extra critical chance. And looks like we're going to get there. Okay, and that is... I have things to move in. I didn't want that, so... What have I got? I've got a whole heap of stuff. That's better than I'm currently using. So I will put those boots on. But we now have the red maid defeated, and I can now hand this in, but I'll get rid of some stuff just so that I've got enough room. That's a slightly better sword. Eglain tokens. Okay. Yep. So she will heal the land. Okay, and that is the fortress. Thank you everyone for watching. I will leave the instance. Thank you everyone for watching, and I will catch you in the next video. Just wait for this to actually take me back out. Okay, catch you next time. Bye all.